Gervonta "Tank" Davis is making his return to the boxing ring after his dominant win over Frank Martin. Before that fight, figures like Errol Spence had been strongly backing Martin, building a lot of hype around him, only for him to be stopped decisively by Gervonta "Tank" Davis in a one-sided finish.
Oh, left uppercut.
Goes Martin! Mamma mia! 6.
This won't be an easy night for Gervonta "Tank" Davis this time around. Standing across from him is none other than Teofimo Lopez, and that changes everything. Yes, you heard it right. Gervonta "Tank" Davis versus the takeover Teofimo Lopez. Two elite-level fighters, both known for their explosiveness, are now on a collision course in what many are already calling a must-watch showdown. These kinds of matchups don't come quietly. Every time these two step into a ring environment, the energy shifts completely. It feels intense, unpredictable, and full of danger. And before a single punch is thrown, the hype has already exploded, especially after their heated face-off on DAZN.
He's been catered more than I've been, and pampered more than I've ever been.
Boxing fans have talked about you and Ryan for a long, long time.
I think more me and Tank will be than Ryan. I like facing the guys that beat the guy rather than the guy that lost to the guy. Ryan just kept literally lunging in and throwing the hooks. I mean, that was an easy read for Tank. I think that with myself and Tank, oh, hell yeah, it's explosive. But I'm really going to outclass him. Talks about mind games and all that stuff, but this mind that I have here was just different. And he showed me that he doesn't really quite believe in himself. Because if a man believes in himself and his ability, he takes a fight against Vasily Lomachenko in 2016-27.
Teofimo Lopez didn't hold back at all during the build-up. He went straight at Tank, accusing him of avoiding fights, especially bringing up the situation with Vasily Lomachenko. Lopez made it a point to highlight that he already stepped in and defeated Lomachenko, the same opponent he claims Tank stayed away from. In his view, that when proved he was willing to take risks that others weren't. Since that moment, Teofimo has seen himself as a serious problem in the division, and he's carried that confidence ever since.
You don't care.
Look at our sizes.
You don't care about rehydration, then, like rehydration clauses. And
when you're the best, you don't care about any of that. You don't care about any of that.
Do you knock people for doing that?
No, that just lets me know they're intimidated. It's intimidation. It's a psych on their own mind.
You think so? Because
I know, so I'm a fighter.
But Tank put Ryan under rehydration. I don't know if Tank, I can't say Tank was like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, son. You got real fighters and then you got bitch fighters.
According to what's been said, Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Teofimo Lopez didn't just meet for a face-off. They've gone rounds together in practice. And the reports from those sessions are pretty unexpected. Teofimo looked like the one taking control, pressing forward, and forcing Davis backward more than people would normally expect. Instead of Tank dictating the action, he was reportedly more reactive, dealing with pressure and trying to fire back under force. That's part of why so many fans now believe this matchup could be much more competitive than originally assumed. Adding even more intrigue, Teofimo Lopez has recently been linked to training alongside boxing superstar Canelo Alvarez. Having someone of that level in camp is a huge boost, especially when preparing for a fight of this magnitude. Starting with Gervonta Davis. This is a fighter built for destruction. He's undefeated, sitting at 30-0 with 28 knockouts, and that kind of finishing rate tells you everything about his punching power. When he lands clean, the fight usually doesn't continue for long. That we've seen it time and time again. He doesn't just win, he shuts the lights off on elite opposition. The knockout of Ryan Garcia is the perfect example. One perfectly timed body shot completely flipped the fight, ending things instantly before Garcia could even recover or reset. That's what makes Davis so dangerous. He doesn't need many openings. Once he feels he has you hurt, he goes straight into finishing mode and rarely lets up. But to be fair, Teofimo's journey hasn't been perfectly smooth lately. His defeat against George Kambosos Jr. was a difficult setback, and it sparked a lot of discussion about whether he was still operating at the same sharp mental level he showed when he beat Vasyl Lomachenko. That loss led to questions about consistency, focus, and whether he could return to that elite form under high-pressure situations. Still, what makes Teofimo Lopez so dangerous is exactly how he responds to adversity. He tends to perform best when people start doubting him. Pressure doesn't usually break him. It often brings out a more aggressive, confident version of himself.
Catered more than I've been, and pampered more.
At this point, the stakes couldn't be any higher, because this fight goes way beyond a standard matchup. For Gervonta Davis, a victory here would further cement his reputation as one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport. Coming off his recent win over Frank Martin, adding a name like Teofimo Lopez to his list would strengthen his case as a true pound-for-pound elite and one of the most avoided threats in boxing.
Fifth, that all these 135-pound guys in my division, they're quiet. They don't want to fight Teofimo again because what he just did. And I'm just going to keep putting it on each and every time. But we're going to make those fights happen too.
And that's everything for today's breakdown. That if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Also, let us know your thoughts down in the comments. Who do you think comes out on top in this matchup? Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.